Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here to give you my movie review for The Thing. So, like I said 1,000 times before, this is a prequel to the 1982 John Carpenter film about a research team that have stumbled upon an unknown creature that's buried underneath the ice, and so they brought it back to their base and do some research on it, going through the motions until it broke out of its icy prison. So, it's up to them to try and kill it, but it's hard because it starts mimicking the DNA and duplicate themselves, so they can't tell who is who. So, being that this is a prequel to a famous movie, and a lot of these kinds of movies are doing successful for this year on franchises like X-Men and Planet of the Apes, there's a great chance that The Thing was going to do good, right?
All I know is my gut says maybe.
Well, for the movie, it's mostly a cat and mouse hunt for this alien rather than a psychological thriller on who's who. The acting from the whole cast was very decent. Not bad, nor is it Oscar caliber, but it was alright. And if you've seen the previews already, then you may know that Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays the Kurt Russell of the group, who happens to be a woman.
A woman? I'm scared.
Actually, there's two. The other one is Kim Bobs, who gets killed very early in the movie, and the only other notable actor in it was Joel Edgerton from The Warrior, while the rest of the cast consisted of unknown Swedes and Russians. Now, unlike the original film, where they ticked off each person that was infected by checking the blood, they checked the metal fillings in the teeth, because it was explained that the creature couldn't absorb the artificial implants inside the body, and that just became a horrible idea that backfired on them later on. The CG was good, but it became a bit tiresome at one point because they kept on using it constantly, and if you remember the Last Thing movie, they just used practical and stop-motion effects that made it all the more scarier, especially during that scene when they killed the dog. And when I saw it, they made it look like they actually killed him by how the tentacles were just exploding out of the body. Now, I'll admit that the alien creature design was pretty cool, and when we first saw it in the shadows devouring a human being, that was a neat scene in there. But the other thing that I have a problem with it is that they kept on using several set pieces from the last film, like the flamethrower, how it almost ended, and the alien ship, or how it brought it to the base. And there were some jump scares that I flinched at, but nothing that I would write home about. So overall, the 2011 thing wasn't bad, but it had almost zero tension build-up to it, and kept on mixing the new material of the music with the old one. And it's really hard to recommend this to anyone because this is meant for anyone that have watched the original Thing. So, out of 5, I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It's a fun movie to watch with the violence included and some of the throwback sequences, but watch it when it comes out on video because I don't think it's good enough to watch in theaters. So, that's all for my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses signing out.